Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here and spending a little portion of your day. Before we get into it, hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it and become part of the family. And let's get to it. So on a video a little while ago, you guys had commented that you have been really loving some of my eyeshadows that I actually haven't been doing very many tutorials on, and you asked me to do a tutorial. One is this look that we're going to do now, and then the other one I'm going to be doing is the one with the pink liner that you guys just loved from the Too Faced palette. So today though, we're going to be doing a sunset eye. I actually asked you guys in the comments, what would you call that look? Because when I did it, I just found a palette and I really loved the colors of it and thought that we would use it, you know, for just a quick little video. So today I'm going to do what we're going to call a sunset eye, but also I'm going to be adding this to my Basics 101 video series. So I'm going to teach you guys how to use an eyeshadow quad. I know that a lot of you guys feel that whenever you get something like this, you can maybe use one or two colors and you don't really know what to do with the rest of them. So I'm going to kind of give you the philosophy behind what companies think and how to incorporate them into your everyday needs. Now, of course, today we are going to be using this Dior palette. This is in, let's see here, 767 in Flame. Now, you do not have to use this one, of course, and I actually am going to try to find a less expensive dupe for this, or a palette that has similar colors, and I'll put it in the description under dupe so you guys can look for that if that's something that you want to do. But let's chat about these kind of quads. Every company makes them. ELF makes them. Too Faced makes them. Obviously Dior. I mean, every company, whether it's drugstore or high-end, makes a product that has either 4 or 5 shadows in it. Now, Dior makes ones that have 5 in them. Most come with 4. So let's chat about the reasoning behind these samples of colors that they give you. So usually you're going to have 2 lighter colors and 2 darker colors. Now, the 2 lighter colors are usually meant for all over the lid and highlighting under the brow bone, but they're 2 lighter colors because they are in there to help basically use them for more masses. So maybe, you know, if somebody was to get this palette, for example, this is my all over color, but maybe somebody with a deeper skin tone, this would be their all over color, and maybe they would use this to highlight the inside corner. Does that make sense? So they use the 2 lightest colors, and so for example, in this palette we're using here, here's your 2 lightest colors, and again, this is going to be somebody with a little bit deeper skin tone, and this one is going to be basically for me. So that is what is kind of important whenever you're looking at these. Then they usually have 2 darker colors. Now, usually the lightest of the 2 darker colors is going to be your transition, and the darker of the 4 is going to be your definition shade. So basically this is going to be your in the crease. This is just a very simplistic way to kind of break these down for you. So this one would be like in the crease and just defining kind of what they call that transition shade, and then something of this deeper tone is going to be what you kind of pop right there in that corner and blend in and add some depth. You can run it underneath the lash line, you can use it as liner, that type of a thing. So I hope that makes sense. So let's get to the tutorial and using how to use an eyeshadow quad. So I am going to prep my eyes. You know me, I don't usually prep my eyes with anything except for concealer, but since we're trying to stay true to that day that I did my makeup, I'm just literally prepping the bottom half of my lid with a shadow stick. And I love this little shadow stick. Again, I know Merle Norman's not sold online. I apologize, but I just love their shadow sticks. This is the Merle Norman shadow stick in Stone. They're just so very easy to blend out, and they act as a great base. Now, the only bummer kind of about this shadow quad is that all of them are sparkly except for this color right here, the bright color. Now this one, all of them are semi matte. I'll call them a satin matte, which is a lot better. So when you are using an eyeshadow quad, use your lightest shade, whatever shade matches you. So for example, on this one, I would use this one. So you're gonna go kind of a light wash all over the lid. And this is just to add balance to the eye, you know, basically give you something to blend into. It also has a tendency to even out the your lid colors so that your colors that you put on top of it, your eyeshadow colors, are truer to form. Like if I was ever to make an eyeshadow quad, there would absolutely be one matte lighter color, because that's just, in my opinion, the best way to start an eyeshadow look. And I always bring it on the inside corners because I like to be a little bit brighter there for my eye shape. All right, so now we're gonna go into that bright color now. And this is just on my Morphe. Oh my God, literally I've only had this like a month and the number's already like rubbing off. R39. Okay, so I'm going to pat this on the bottom half of my lid, and you're going to see I'm placing it on top of that cream shadow so it gives me more color payoff. Although these colors in these palettes are really pigmented, so you don't really need too much help. But again, we're trying to stay true to that makeup look I did, and this is what I did. And again, you can see I'm just keeping this on the bottom half of that lid. Super easy. I'm using patting motions. So I'm depositing more product than sweeping it all over, because we already are going to blend. I'm just trying to deposit as much product and color as possible. I'm going to use this beautiful shade right here. And what should I use it on? I'm just going to be real and use it on the same darn brush. And I'm going to use this in my crease as my transitional shade, just to start adding definition and to start blending the colors together. I like this brush because it has a wide base, but it also is tapered at the head of it, so I can really nestle this into my crease, but then I can do a little bit of the blending before I take my big blending brush and buff it all together and out. Okay, so we'll blend out the rest in a little bit. So I'm going to take my pencil brush. This is from MAC, and it's just one of their little pencil brushes. And I'm going to take this orange color we started with, and I'm going to put it underneath my eye, just to start adding some depth. And this look was really kind of smoky, so you can really go for it with this. And I like to draw with the pencil brush, and from my bottom lash line, kick it up, and that's how I know how far I want this kind of to wing out. All right, so now we're going to take where is it? This is just a clean, fluffy brush. This is by Sephora. This is the number 19 brush, and I'm just going to start kind of buffing it out, blending everything together. So for this look, you really want to make sure that you're blending. I'm going to take my pencil brush again and going into this deeper, darker color, and I'm going to, let's see if I can show you how to do this. So what you want to do is you want to take a outside corner of your eye and go up into the crease. Just make a line like this. See if I can keep my eye down for you. Just make a line, see, like that, and then go into the crease. And now again, for me, my eyes are hooded and deep set, so I like to go in a little bit more because this look is all about some drama. So again, this line starts on the outer corner of the eye, going up into the crease, and then on the bottom lash line, just on the outer third of the eye. See how it just adds that depth? And then I take my brush with nothing on it. And that's really as simple as the eye look is. I did go in with this color and this color mixed. They're so pretty, these shimmery shades. And I went right in here and really highlighted this section, because the look is pretty matte. So I wanted to give this a little bit more glow. And I did, in the picture, actually use the same colors that I just used on the underneath my eyebrows, and I just did not like that. So we are not redoing that. All right, so to finish off the look, we are trying something new today. This is the Voluminous Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. This is a new mascara, and it says that this is the newest addition to the Voluminous family, and it says, finally get the lashes that look and feel like paradise with our newly designed bristle brush and smooth glide formula. So they sent this to me, and I'm super excited to use it because it looks almost like a combination between a synthetic and kind of bristled brush, but they're short, stubby, and it looks reminiscent to Better Than Sex, but a lot smaller. So let's give this a go. Oh, it separates really nicely. That's a pretty mascara. It definitely separates really, really well. Gives a lot of definition at the base, so that's great. I love the brush size. Oh, this might have to be something that I use on a daily now. I love this mascara. This mascara is such a good dupe for the Dior show. But this actually deposits more product than the Dior show. You have to kind of go over with Dior show a few times. Boy, but it doesn't say this is like water resistant or anything like that, but it separates those lashes. Look. Oh my goodness, I love it. Great for bottom lashes. Okay, so this is going into my drawer. Okay, so mascara is a definite winner. I am obsessed. Okay, cool. So this is basically the final eye look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this also cleared up how to be using eyeshadow quads and maybe a little bit more advanced eyeshadow techniques that you might not be trying. Again, please do not get hung up on the product. It is all about using a quad in the way that you find creatively that fits for you and your eye shape, and also to the way it was designed for you by the brands. All right, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Lots of love from me to you. Mwah. Bye, you guys.